are you? It's so nice to meet you. Sophia Soto, Nerds of Color. Huge fan of everything you do.
You are too kind. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you. Thank you. Happy holidays.
I know. Well, you guys got me into the holiday spirit because I got to watch your movie today and it was absolutely amazing. It's going to get everyone in the holiday spirit. But first off, I want to just ask you what attracted you to the project. I'm sure there's so many like Christmas romance or just Christmas movies in general that you see going on. What was specific about this one?
Oh gosh. So I have a real soft spot for Christmas film, for Christmas fare. I mean, for a multitude of reasons, by the way. One, as you can see, I am Santa in my off time.
Love it.
True. In 1 week, this will be white, as will the eyebrows and this crazy mop under
So
here.
like you're going to send a selfie on like socials, right? So that we all can see it.
I can guarantee it. I guarantee it. We're going to go and I'm not old enough to be Saint Nick yet, but I can be Nick Jr.
I agree.
Done.
All for it.
So, but that being said, look, there's so much weight out there in the universe.
Yeah.
And so for me, I always like to, no matter what, add some light fare, right? I got into this business because I wanted to make people happy, because I wanted people to be able to turn off from their daily stressors, right? Of the bad or the mundane or whatever it may be. I wanted people to have an escape. And that's why I became an actor. And these films do that. They bring the light and the joy and the holiday spirit right to the forefront. You can turn off, enjoy the entertainment, and just feel good with your cup of cocoa and, you know, your chilling sweatpants. There you go. That's all you need. And and that's why I do these. And I will continue to do them. I always told myself, no matter where my career went, I would continue to make sure I squeeze one of these in a year because I just think it's good for the world.
I love it. And also like these are the perfect movies to like get families together. I feel like everyone can just enjoy it. And especially with everything going on in the world right now, it's like, it's what we need. Perfect.
Exactly what we need. And I got to ride a train.
Yeah. I mean, that was the best part. Like I was so hyped. it was a perfect ending. Like, come on. Kevin obviously was such a great character. What was your favorite aspect of kind of bringing him to life? I feel like when you do so many characters, you kind of have to take something away from them, right?
Always. You know, for me, so a lot of times when you see projects like this, it's kind of a one size fits all format. And so this year I was blessed to do two different projects. And the one, I just created a very different character. And then for this one, I wanted him to be a little bit more homegrown. And so I leaned on the back, just slightly, not heavily, on the back of a good buddy of mine, Scott Patterson, who was Luke in Gilmore Girls. And I thought, let's do a couple little wink and nods. Now, you know, the avid Gilmore Girl fan may or may not pick up on them, but they were just from me. So I kind of kept his voice in my head slightly throughout the duration of this. You know, a lot of the text doesn't play to who Luke was in Gilmore, but he has that kind of, you know, he's wearing the same shirt day in, day out. And he's genuinely, you know, he's not the most sophisticated guy in the world. He's not, you know, he's just kind of stuck in his world. This is his world. He doesn't want to mess it up. And then in comes Cindy or Danielle and her world of change. And that would create such a stress on someone like this. And so, you know, if we could have really dove in there and changed it up, I probably would have had him have a total anxiety, mental breakdown. But, you know, what we did, I think suits the character and suits the world so well.
Yeah, definitely. And the holiday romance movies, I feel like are just part of the holidays at this point. Like my grandparents have them on when I go, like my mom's taping all of them. Like it's just part of the household at this point. What, in your opinion, makes that perfect mix? What do you look for in the project, or what do you look for when you're watching them? What are your favorite aspects?
I mean, it's become a tradition. It's a tradition, and I think it's a tradition that's here to stay for at least quite some time. These holiday films that they're making are really hitting home. You know, It's a Wonderful Lifetime is a thing.
Yeah,
you know, has its own arms and legs, and it's crawling and it's growing every year, and I love that about it. And you know, for me, it's never been for me, like I have my own classic favorites, right? I'm a vacation freak, and it is not officially Christmas until I finish It's a Wonderful Life.
Of course.
Typically on Christmas Eve, when I'm getting everything ready the night before, and just putting all the finishing touches, is I'm watching It's a Wonderful Life in the background. And there's something said to for these films. I know I did one a few years back called Right Before Christmas. And I know a lot of people have turned that into one of their traditions, that they love watching that film because it just brings them such a particular glow. And this one, it's something about the combination of how it's lit, how it's shot, that really, it's a lot, it tugs at the heartstrings. Yeah. And so I think that that's what we have with Toying with the Holidays. And although trains are not toys, I had to say that.
I loved seeing you with the trains. It was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that was so fun. And you're also a co-executive producer on the film. What was it like doing that role for this? And was there any maybe challenges, highlights that were specific to this film?
Well, for me, I'm trying to get my hands a little bit dirtier in all aspects of the things that I'm a part of now. And, I think as I continue to grow and learn more, I will get more and more involved. And, for me, when you put on a different hat, it's a lot of creative for me. For instance, right now, I'm getting more and more involved. So, being able to have input and, be able to rework scenes and just have a say and opinion about how the day's going and how we can maybe expedite the process or make sure that a character's arc is a little bit clearer. Those are different aspects that I've been involved in, and then this year it's down to development, so that I can really have my hands in from the ground up. And I want to build the next generation of Christmas stories and tales. So for next year, you'll know that I had a hand in literally the ground up restoration and build of each story. And that's what it means for me. So it's, it's different, but I love it. The more involved I can be, the more committed you're going to be. I'm always 120% in. So for me, it's not really changing much. It's just that your voice may actually get heard.
Definitely. And I have to be honest with you. One of the reasons I became a journalist and doing these interviews and everything is because growing up, television and movies were like such a big learning experience. I felt like I learned about the world through that. And it's such a powerful medium. So I'm really curious. I'm sure you get a lot of, different roles offered to different movies. But when you want to get your hands more in that, like you kind of just said, what are the sort of things you're looking for? What are important to you to get involved in a project? Because I feel like you can get a lot of messages across. You could bring a character that changes someone's life. There are 100%. A lot of opportunities.
100%. Look at One Tree Hill, for example. That show, for me, I had no idea the life that it would take on. I really didn't. I knew that. I remember when I read the pilot, I always write a note on the back of the script or the front of the script when I'm done that kind of sums it up for me. And I wrote, "This has legs." That's what I wrote. Means it can go on and it can walk and it can develop a life of its own, because I just saw the foundation. It had a solid foundation to it, and it has filled so many hearts with so many joy, so much joy still to this day. And there's so many lessons to be learned from that show, and there's things that everyone can identify with someone on that show, right? You could be a Mouth, you could be a Brooke, you could be a Peyton, you could be a Haley. There's a character for everyone on that show you can identify with. And that's what I loved so very much about it. So for me, not only finding characters that people can identify with, but kind of breaking the stereotypical boundaries of what these particular genre are. All right. So this particular genre or subgenre as it is, this kind of holiday romance, rom-com, right? There's always been like a building blocks. All right, you do this, then you do this, and everyone knows the ending. And for me, what I'm now trying to catapult towards the finish line, which happened earlier this year, we did with Angel Falls Christmas, is find ones that they break the mold a little bit. They're changing it up. Our storylines we can identify with more, and there is a lesson to be learned, and there's a character for everyone, so we can all go, I know what it's like to be them. oh, that person looks like me. That person feels like me. That person's on my journey. How can I, without getting too heavy handed? Because again, the point of these films is not to be heavy handed.
Yeah.
The point of these films is to bring light and love. And so to do that on a different playing field, though, right? And extend the boundaries, make them bigger, make it broader, make it bigger, make this world so much bigger and vast so that all of a sudden, oh, cool, new storytellers are going to come in and we're going to get new writers and new people. And it's not just the same people that are living in that box, but a whole new, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Sorry, that's a messy way of saying it.
That was the best way of saying it. I have to tell you, my first quarantine binge watch show was One Tree Hill, because I was like, I need something good in my life right now.
Oh, God bless you. I love it. I love it. Look, I just so happen to have right here. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Good old Lucas Scott.
I love it. Right?
Go Ravens for life.
I love it.
So, that show, it struck a chord with so many people, and I've been blessed to be a part of so many wonderful projects. If it was in the early aughts, I was probably in it, whether it was Dawson's or Gilmore Girls or Tree Hill, Freaky Friday, Cinderella Story, like all of these movies, they struck a chord with that generation.
Yeah.
And we could all identify, whether it was like the toils of high school or whatever it may be. And so, bringing more of that to the landscape in this genre, it's fun, or it could be fun, or even bringing more comedy to some of these that could be a little bit lighter. And like, you know what? I'm tuning to the Friday night, because the Friday night's where I get to laugh. Saturday night's where I'm going to get the feels. And Sunday nights, you just change it up.
Yeah. Love it. And you have so many projects that you could literally have a different night with all of your projects. I feel like my family and I watched every single movie over quarantine, and I can't tell you how many of your movies I discovered. And I'm like, oh, putting on the Chad Michael Murray in the action movie. There we go. Done. And my whole family could enjoy it. It was awesome. But it's also, I know you probably feel this, but it's one of the most amazing things to me to see how passionate the One Tree Hill fans are, that they follow all of your new projects, that they're excited about this Christmas movie and everything else you do. What does that kind of support mean to you?
Well, it means the world. I mean, look, for me, and I've always said this from the beginning, I remember back in the days when we were shooting, we'd be shooting out at the River Court, and we'd have 400 fans just standing there till 1 a.m, and we'd wrap. We'd be done shooting a 13, 14-hour day, and I wouldn't go home. I'd stay and sign, or it was camera phone, or not camera phones back. It was like real cameras.
Yeah.
But I would sign or take photos with every single person until they were done, because they waited there all day for us. And I'll never forget it. And then, we literally all started doing it, and you'd be exhausted, but that fan base is the only reason that show stayed on the air as long as it did. They were the heart of that show. They created the show, they gave the show its life, and they continue it on to this day. It really is a fascinating thing to watch. So it was really a show that was for the fans. It was the fan show, and it still is. And so to be a part of that, it's always felt so incredible. And they have followed me on to so many stories, some good, some not so good. Some, like for this, I'm doing a Western in January.
I love it. I'm excited.
I love the tale, and it's something fun for me. So creatively, I get to go and stretch myself just to do something a little bit fun, a little bit different. Plus, I love Westerns in general, but I know that so many Tree Hill family will be there to see it, support it. And Fortress, I have Fortress coming out the 17th. By the way, it's great. You're gonna love it.
Excited.
Yeah. So if you said your family's into action movies, this one, I sign off on this one. This one's good. I think everybody popped down. Our director crushed it on Fortress, and that comes out on Friday, the 17th, I believe. And the day before, toying with the holidays. It's basically you get a whole weekend.
Exactly. Thank you, because we feel like we ran out of movies, so now I can go back to my family and be like, I got us covered.
I've literally, so if you're looking for something, it's a bizarre, I don't even know how this happened. I ventured out and played Ted Bundy, an American.
Yes. Yeah.
That comes to Hulu on December 16th.
Yep.
December 17th, Fortress comes out.
There we
the
go.
theater VOD And then the 18th, Toying with the Holidays, comes to Lifetime for It's a Wonderful Lifetime. So literally there's 3 days in a row.
There you go.
And it's all very unbelievably different.
Yeah.
Nothing similar. So, different strokes for different folks, whatever you're into. You got 3 nights of, I guess, your CMM-a-thon.
There you go. You saved me and my family right there. I'm going to be like, we're all covered. We spend hours searching for movies. It's unreal because we feel like we've discovered everything over quarantine. So,
by the way, quarantine did do that, right? Like, your kids would go through the catalog of Disney movies over their whole childhood. And instead, quarantine, after 2 months, we're going, oh, we need more content. They need to make more movies than yesterday.
Yeah. And try to get something the whole family likes too, as well. So that's like, and my family likes every single genre. So I could literally just be like, all right, I'm putting on a movie. Like, that's it. You're done. We got our whole Chad Michael Murray movie marathon going on. It's perfect.
Thank you. I'd be honored.
Of course. Listen,
if you don't like, write to my producer and say, I want to read.
I love all don't even I love the range you have. You are literally amazing when it comes to your range. So trust me, I'm excited. I saw the Ted Bundy trailer one and I know Holland Roden's in it as well. And I'm like, oh, that's like a recipe for like, oh my gosh, amazing.
And that's my hair. That is not a wig. That is all my hair. It looks like a wig though. Even I'm watching going, dude, you're wearing a wig.
I'll share that fun fact.
That's actually why. So last year when I shot that was one of the first independent films out of COVID in LA. Yeah. And so, oh my gosh, it was just so hard. We lost days and days on that film where we were supposed to have so much time and we ended up running up against the wall going, we're never going to finish this movie because we just don't know how to shoot it. And they dyed my hair black. And it was really blonde because it had been summertime and I'd been running all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I go to show up on set for the next film and like, what happened to your hair? You can't have black hair. What are we doing? So we ended up having to shave my head. And I was like, all right, we have no option. And we were worried that I was going to have like cheetah spots from like the part that hadn't grown out long enough. These are the things that we deal with.
The fun facts right here.
Oh yeah.
Getting them all. And I imagine filming a Christmas movie like this, does it get you in the holiday spirit a little earlier? Did you get to film this during Christmas or what was it like?
No. We shot this September. September. Yeah, it gets me in the spirit. My kids come to set and because we travel as a pack, we keep everybody together. So wherever I go, the whole crew's going. So the kids come to set, they check it out. They see all the Christmas decorations. They always know where dad's working. But this is the pressure it puts on me. You get these fantastical sets, right? And then that's what dad's supposed to do when Christmas comes. Now I am Griswold when it comes to decking the halls around here, but I don't have a carousel.
I would,
going with the holidays and we were walking through the festival, there's a carousel, there's all sorts of animatronic things going on. Alas, I don't have these and I don't
You want to be in that town for Christmas. Let me tell you, like,
oh, you're going to be freezing in that town. That's North Bay. Right now, they're under about 4 feet of snow and it's about -3 degrees currently already. Oh, we just had friends they came to visit us because we have friends now in that city that we love so much. And a lot of friends actually. And they came to visit us and stay with us in LA after my surgery. And they were so jealous because it was all warm and toasty here in LA. And when they left, they were under, a foot of snow, freezing. They got jackets. They're all bundled up, getting off the plane to 88 degrees. And
so, night and day. We got a little bit of both in New York, but now it's starting to get the cold. And now we're starting to get that, there might be snow. Get the snowblowers out.
I know. I was hoping. I was supposed to be in New Jersey. I couldn't go. I was supposed to be in New Jersey for the Christmas con.
Oh my gosh. How fun are those cons? I got to meet you at a Riverdale convention like 2 years ago. Me and my dad.
You went?
So me and my dad. Yeah. Yep. And oh my God, I have to compliment you, like just from me to you, because you had one of the longest lines and you took the time to speak to everyone. It's so nice. I love seeing you do so many conventions. I love it.
I'm incredibly blessed, and the only reason that I have anything to do, like I did this because I wanted to bring joy to the world. And whenever I get to see a smile walking opposite me, it does nothing. You have no idea how much joy it actually gives me. Alternately, like I realize that someone else is smiling because we're having this conversation, but it gives me more joy than anyone will ever imagine. So, and I do it everywhere. I only have like 2 no-goes on pictures and autographs. That's Disneyland, because
you're in Disneyland.
You're at Disneyland with the kids, and the kids want to go do this, and you're being dragged one way, and you're trying. And I've taken a couple photos at Disney, but it turns into a melee.
Yeah, because then everyone's fine. It's over.
Right. And even people that don't know you, they're like, I don't know, people are taking photos with them. Well, let's go do it. And you're like, well, you really, what's my name? Okay, let's not do it. So
I'm always for the conversation over the photos of the autographs. I have to admit, it's always so nice to have like an actual conversation.
It's not about the autograph.
Yeah.
It's not about the ink. It's about the interaction. It's about the
exactly.
moment you have with the people, you know. And I've seen, and I get disappointed when I see, you know, thank you.
Yeah, no.
It breaks my heart, because that's not, in my personal opinion, if I was going to go meet somebody, I wanted to go for the eye-to-eye contact.
Yes.
And the opportunity to shake a warm hand and just get to have a little moment, just a moment, whatever it is, to tell you a little piece of my story. That's what I would want. And so I just try to give back, you know, the golden rule thing.
You did. So I want to thank you and let you know you do that. And I want to, it was amazing. And I want to give you one last question before I let you go.
Please.
What is that one thing that gets you in the holiday spirit before the holidays come around?
Oof. Well, I mean, I mentioned It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes. Yep.
It's my favorite movie of all time. I think it's a perfect film. Gosh, that one thing that I know what it is. It's random. So random. So every year, pie season starts for me. And I gain at least 5 pounds between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Without a doubt, I'll fail. And it's all pie weight. I love Susie Cake's pumpkin pie. Now, I'm a little bummed out because Susie Cake's, due to the whole pandemic and everything, has made it really hard. So they only do pumpkin pie now, basically for Thanksgiving. So I'm probably not going to gain as much weight this year. I'm a little sad about it, to be honest with you.
Listen, you look forward to it.
Yeah, I do. I look forward to it. You know, you take that pie and a huge dollop of, you know, True Whip on there, and boom, it's the holidays. But truly for me, yeah, pumpkin pie and having that Thanksgiving meal with my family. And this year we couldn't be with my sister, but my sister, she was living in California. So for years and years and years, we would have Thanksgiving with my sister and my brother-in-law and now their new baby girl, but they just moved. Oh, we're crushed. But once you get together with the family, it's like, okay, it's the holidays.
So that's about. That's perfect answer. 100%. Thank you so much, Chad. I can't tell you how much of a pleasure it was for me to speak to you, and congrats on the film.
Thank you. Have a blessed and wonderful holiday.
You as well.